Welcome to Retro Lens, where we restore forgotten moments from the past. Join us as we bring rare historical photos back to life with detailed voiceover commentary showing the beauty of a bygone era. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sally Field kissing, 1976. Construction of a railroad bridge in Green River Valley, Wyoming with Citadel Rock in the background, 1869. Actress Helen Mirren as Cleopatra, circa 1965. West Virginia coal mine, circa 1940. A Street in Bow, London, 1914. Photo by Nora Smythe. Deconstruction of the Panama Pacific International Exposition before and after Coyote Point, 1916. Newspaper Row, Washington Street, Boston, Massachusetts, 1906. A woman with her hair in permanent wave curlers at a beauty school, 1940. Albert Einstein plays his beloved violin, 1941. Horse-drawn NYC street cleaner, 1905. Anne Margaret and Elvis Presley, 1960. In 1971, a cement truck crashed near Winganon, Oklahoma. The mixer was too heavy to move, so they left it. The locals have since repainted it to look like a NASA space capsule. A couple rides a two-seater motorcycle in Champ de Mars, Paris, 1922. Steve McQueen, Sharon Tate, and Roman Polanski at a party in London, 1969. Dana Delaney in the 1980 Malaya Nurmi during her time in TV with her host show, The Vampira Show, circa 1954-55. Customers at a jellied eel stall. Photo by Thurston Hopkins, London, 1951. Marilyn Monroe, 1953. Telephone operators in Tokyo using the new View phone made by Toshiba Shibora Electric Co., with which they can see the caller and the caller can see them, 1964. Actress Virginia Gibson on a giant turkey, 1952. Shoeshine Boys talking to a Civil War veteran, 1920.
You've made it this far and haven't subscribed yet? Come on, hit that subscribe button and help me reach my dream of
Marry
100K
photographer
subscribers.
Alphonse Muka's
Let's
wife,
explore
early
history
90s.
together.
A class in pole climbing in the course for telephone electricians with some of their instructors. Vocational training for SACs in University of Michigan Ann Arbor, Michigan circa 1918. Julie Newmar makes a phone call backstage during a production of the Broadway musical La Labnère, 1956. Joyce Nazari, 1958. A Kiowa Native American Girl, 1892. Stylish women strolling down Kings Road in the 1970s. Bruce Lee and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, early 1970. Child in a Beret, New York City, photo by Diane Arbus, 1962. A 19-year-old Al Capone with his father and uncle, 1917. A Young Peasant, Emmental, Switzerland, 1933, by Hans Staub. New York street style, women walk the sidewalk in chic summer outfits, 1950. Musicians touring the countryside by bike, outside Paris, France, 1920s, photo by Henri Roger Violet. A young boy, the child of migrant workers at home in Edinburgh, Texas, 1939. Cassandra Peterson as Elvira, 1980s. Chicago, Illinois, at 1953. Burt Reynolds directing Gator, 1976. Alain Delon and Brigitte Bardot, 1968. A policeman judges an ankle competition in England, 1930. Diana Dennis and May Mollica training calves together, 1985. The Wright brothers' first flight, 1903. Customers drinking at the portable milk bar at Waterloo Station, 1st June 1937. Cherry blossoms in bloom, Washington, D.C., 1925. Two men stand by a Coca-Cola delivery truck, Canada, 1910. Hells Angels, California, 1965. This mother-daughter duo look happy and at home during a motorcycle meet in Laconia, New Hampshire in 1947. Store's billboard is brought down by the weight of the snow, 1888. Buffalo Soldiers on Bicycle Patrol in Yellowstone National Park, 1896. Portrait of an unknown chap with long beard, taken in the 1890s. Japanese troops rest in the Hiroshima railway station after the atomic bomb explosion. Ford Model T, street light maintenance truck, 1926. United States Marines and sailors posing on unidentified ship, likely either the USS Pennsylvania or USS Arizona, in 1918. Muscle cars were impressive rides and popular seats in 1900. The Statue of Liberty's head on exhibit at the Paris World's Fair, 1878. The statue was completed in 1884 and shipped to New York in 1885. Pasquale Tarrafa with his harp guitar, 1910. A policeman in London directing 3 giraffe-necked women from Burma, 1935. Barbara Britton, 1952. Albert Einstein in his study at home, 1948. A young woman with her passion captured in time, surrounded by iconic cameras from the 1940 or 50. Nurses practice operating a respiratory jacket that performs a similar function to an iron lung, 1938. A girls' apple-eating contest in the 1950s. Knife thrower Senor Arcaris and his sister Miss Rose Arcaris, Liverpool, 1930. Tech model Dana Mala, 1970. Lady with umbrella, 1900. The Battle of Berlin, 1945. Staged toboggan accident involving 3 women in bathing suits, Mount Rainier National Park, Washington, 1925. The first riders of New York City's first subway, 1904. A women's bowling team poses on the front of Chevrolet in a showroom, San Francisco, California, 1945. Abraham Lincoln and George B. McClellan in the General's Tent at Antietam, Maryland, October 3, 1862. A view from the Central Plaza, Berlin, 1920. Linda Vaughn with a Hearst Pontiac, 1970. The pouring of first concrete for the World Trade Center, September 1966. Victorian-era exercise machine. Hot dog stand in North End, Boston, 1937. Two sun-loving girls enjoying a day at the beach, circa 1960. Plunger girls Belinda Carlisle and Jane Weedland back in the 70s.
You've made it this far and haven't subscribed yet? Come on, hit that subscribe button and help me reach my dream of 100K subscribers. Let's explore history together.
A lion riding in the sidecar of a go-kart at a Wall of Death carnival attraction at Revere Beach, Massachusetts, 1929. Suzanne Benton in Cover Me Babe, 1970. The first Harley-Davidson prototype, 1903. Young people posing with their automobile, circa 1910. Toyota X7 concept car at the Tokyo Motor Show, 1970. Children cross a river by pulley to get to school in Modena, Italy, 1959. The Flatiron, Madison Square, New York, 1960. Linnea Eleanor by Bunny Yeager, 1950. Otto Lilienthal becoming the first person to make a successful glider flight, 1894. They barely had enough help to push the car out of the mud. Carl Russell waves to his co-workers on the structural work of the 88th floor of the new Empire State Building, Sep 13.1930. Frank Sinatra and Rocky Marciano, 1955. Shirley MacLaine wearing the American cat eye, 1957. Postcard seller, Paris, 1911. Pinewood Studios for film Carry On Behind. Jenny Cox, a comedy actress who had to learn how to do a striptease specially for a scene in the film where she appears with Bernard Bresslaw, Kenneth Williams, Jack Douglas, and Elke Summer. March 1975. Empire State Building construction workers in the 1930s. An employee tending at a Walgreens drugstore in Boise, Idaho, 1958. The Mark V model used by the U.S. Navy from 1918 until the mid-1980s. Robert Wadlow, also known as the Alton Giant and the Giant of Illinois. Height, 8.8 and 2.72 m. Switzerland's Pavilion at Expo 70 in Osaka, Japan, 1970. Allied warships at sea, a seaplane flyby, 1915. Southern Pacific steam engine, Kern oil fields near Bakersfield, 1980. A group of women lifeguards in the Henley Club in Australia in 1946. Construction of the world's first Ferris wheel for the Chicago World's Fair, 1893. American actress Deborah Winger as Drusilla/Wonder Girl in Wonder Woman 1976-1977. Duke, arrested for dressing as a woman, 1906, Chicago. The first public showing of the bikini, Paris, 1946. Women and men work amid rows of artillery shells at the National Filling Factory in Chilwell, 1917. A vending machine that sold already lit cigarettes for a penny, England, 1931. McDonald Brothers in front of soon-to-open first ever McDonald's, 1948. British Prime Minister Winston Churchill holding a Thompson submachine gun whilst smoking a cigar, during a visit to coastal defense positions near Hartlepool in the Second World War, 31st June 1940. Bruce Lee with his kids Brandon and Shannon, 1973. Pouring whiskey down a sewer drain during Prohibition. Fallout shelter during the Cold War. Sikorsky HO-3S1G on the ground outside a U.S. Coast Guard hangar at Floyd Bennett Field, New York, 1949. A boy reading in a ruined bookshop in London after a night of heavy bombing, October 1940. Road hogs, Ontario, Canada, 1957. Tom the chimp after his trip to space, 1961. New York subway ride, date unknown.
Thanks for watching Retro Lens. If you enjoyed uncovering history through rare photos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Help me reach my dream of 100K subscribers. Together, we can keep history alive. See you in the next journey through time.